Welcome to the Get Your Mind Right podcast. Every day, I want to be the first voice inside of your head, the first voice that motivates you to move. I put out these powerful segments every single day because I know the truth. The truth is that when you change your mind, you change your life. So let me, Ryan Stewman, the hardcore closer, get your mind right. You probably wake up every day and you're like, man, what's it going to take for me today to make money? I know I told myself for many years, I wanted to be a millionaire. When I was a kid, when I was a teenage kid, I would drive down the Dallas North Tollway and I would look at all the buildings, all the fancy skyscrapers, all the Ferraris parked out in front of them. And I would say, man, one day that's going to be me. And I would ask myself, what in the world did those people do that my parents didn't do, that the people that I grew up with in the shit part of town didn't do? What did those people do that they didn't do that I need to do? And I asked myself forever. I started taking seminars. I started listening to audio books. I started taking different classes, different courses online. I started doing everything I could to rewire my brain for success because I told myself one time as I rode in the back of my friend's pickup truck down the Dallas North Tollway, he had just stolen a bunch of jeans from Nordstrom's. What he would do is he would walk in there and he would take the jeans that he was wearing and he would put the price tag on them. He had this little machine he carried around. And then he would take the price tag from them. They were like, let's say $20 jeans. And then he would go and he would check out for $20 at Nordstrom's because the tellers didn't know any better. And then he would go back 2 or 3 days later with the real price tag on them and he would get a refund for like $60 and he would say, I didn't have my receipt. So he would make $40. Well, he had just scored a couple of $100 returning some shirts and pants and things of that nature. And I remember sitting in the back of his red S10 pickup truck, hauling ass down the Dallas North Tollway because we were going to take his money and buy some drugs. They were going to buy some beer. I was going to buy some weed. We were going to have a good time. And I remember looking at those buildings thinking, what do those people that work in those buildings do differently than what we're doing right now? Nobody stole enough jeans from Nordstrom to be working at the top of the Colonnade building. And I said, one day I'm going to leave these losers behind. Right now, I may not have a choice. Right now, I may be surrounded by people. I may be stuck in the back of a truck that I can't jump out of. But one day, I'm going to be in one of those buildings. One day, those Ferraris out front, those exotic cars that are there, I'm going to have those too. And it's not going to be from stealing. It's not going to be from doing drugs. It's not going to be from anything unethical. It's going to be from hard work and effort. And I decided that one day that would be me. Well, you flash forward after 2 penitentiary terms, 3 fucking times being divorced, beating a crippling drug addiction. I've been dead once. I overdosed on cocaine. My heart stopped beating. The fire department brought me back to life just to arrest me and throw me in jail. Well, you fast forward past all that pain and shame and regret that I've been through. And I work in that building now. I got those exotic cars. I am one of those people. And you know what I did differently now than what I did differently then? You see, when we were stealing from Nordstrom, well, I never stole. When they were stealing from Nordstrom and I was being an accomplice, you see, we were taking. We weren't giving. The one thing that got me to the Colonnade, which, by the way, is the building that Hilton's in, the building that Google's in. It's one of the nicest buildings in all of Dallas, and Break Free Academy happens to be there, too. The thing that got me there, showing up in the nicest motherfucking car in the entire building, which material things may or may not matter to you, but it was a representation of what I thought as a 16-year-old man, a 16-year-old young man to a 38-year-old full-grown man. You see, the thing that got me there was giving, not taking. You see, when I approach sales, when I approach life, when I approach business, I approach to give 100 times harder than anybody will ever take from me. When I approach a business relationship, I show up to give more value than they will ever be able to give me. And that is the difference. You see, at 16, I'm looking at people in all of my life. All they're doing is trying to find ways to take. At 38, I look at my life and I'm finding all these new ways to give. And I know Zig Ziglar's always said, if you help enough people get what they want, you can get what you want. I've given enough value to people to where the universe has rewarded me in kind with the things that I wanted as a young man. Now I drive to work every day and it's like Christmas every day for me. Going to an office. Most people say going to an office is horrible. I had a lady yesterday that I did an interview. She said, I just don't think I can go to an office 9 to 5. I said, baby, this isn't an office. This is a motherfucking sales amusement park. This is a place where people go in their family. The culture we got, you can't hack that shit. And so think about this, wherever you're at in life right now, whatever you're doing in life right now, whatever you're taking right now, how can you flip that taking into giving? Because I can promise you this, It's one thing to make a few bucks. It's another to give your entire heart, your entire soul, your entire body into a project, a business, a marketplace, a community, and then them turn around and reward you with exactly what you want. And that, my friends, is the difference between thinking like someone who needs and someone who's abundant and someone who becomes a millionaire. We'll catch you next episode.